left. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
What's up, Derby World? It's the Beast and Bake podcast. Actually, I think it's episode 25 today, that's pretty cool. Just even that. It's the State of Origin pre-show. So we are 5 days away from the biggest rematch in Australian history. How you doing, Nath? You pumped? You shitting yourself yet?
I am. I'm very keen, excited, nervous. All of it in one. But 5 days can't come quick enough.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a cracker. We've got to start earlier than usual. We've got a raffle, which I thought was getting drawn for the next one, but Nate's got it set up for the people that shared and try to build our page. So we do have a thing at the moment where we're trying to get 25,000 followers by State of Origin weekend, so by Saturday. So if you're not a follower yet, just check to make sure whether you are or not, and just click that follow button so that we can build our profile a little bit bigger before Origin. So Nate's going to pop that up on the screen, and we'll figure out who gets 5 raffle tickets. Whoever does get whoever wins this, make sure you contact us and just let us know whether you want to allocate all 5 to Goondiwindi or Ipswich or some sort of combination of 2.
Yeah, so you've pretty much got to the end of the episode to let us know, or default, it's going to Ipswich. But yeah. All right, well, I'll hit shuffle and we'll spin it and see who's got it.
Yes, it's frozen on my screen. That helps.
Yeah, so Damien, Aaron, Donovan.
There you go, Damo. Just make sure you contact us by the end of this podcast.
Yeah, so, well, that's one out of the way.
Yep. So, yeah, just comment on this thing. It'll come up on the side here. We've got a live comment screen so we can see all your comments, boys. Just let us know where you want your 5 free tickets to go to. I am trying to get a fancy little video up here, but it's not seem to be working. So I'll stand by for that a little bit later. I might have to duck off screen to make sure this thing works. But tonight we've got Queensland captain Kenny Isipi and Corey Langton. They're going to be talking about Origin last year because that'll be the glory days because, we all know what's happening on Saturday when the Queenslanders face the 380 Army. So they're a little bit nervous, as you can imagine, because they're about to face down, a beast in the front-wheel drive. So I think we'll just get them straight on here before I talk too much shit. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we'll just hide your tissues, boys. Oh, they're here.
Oh, they're already here. Okay. How you going, boys?
Yeah, well.
You're pumped? You keen for the weekend?
Always.
It was obviously massive part of the year for obviously demolition derbies as a whole, but drawing attention onto Queensland derbies as well. We've only just started to really open up the world of derbies in Queensland to everyone else that's not actually from there because you guys kind of keep it a secret what's happening up there. So it's pretty cool to actually see what you bring to Origin. So I love this time of year because we actually get to focus in on seeing some of the builds that you guys do. So have you done anything special this year or is it all the same solid tanks?
It's pretty similar, yeah. I wouldn't say we've gone any more above, but yeah, they're pretty similar.
Yeah, pretty well. They look exactly the same anyway.
So Utes and Vans. It's pretty much everyone that's sending me videos so far is just Utes and Vans. So it's the same stuff as general. So that's pretty cool. At least we keep that on there. Kenny, wanted to talk to you about the team that you picked for this year and just sort of pick your brain on it. So obviously you've got yourself as captain. What made you move Wade to number 2?
Number
So
2.
to make sure he starts the Derby this year?
Yeah, just so I can keep an eye on him. Just make sure he doesn't turn off.
Yep.
Oh,
Just look at
better
first.
than Team Banner.
Nah, he'll be all right. He's in a forward this year, so he'll be fine.
Oh, does he even know how to start one of those things?
Yeah, he'll
See,
be right.
you've got a lot of the same drivers, which is not unusual for Queensland. Well, especially in football, but at least in Demolition Derby, it's pretty much the same. So Corey's in at number 3 as well. If I can try and get the actual team up on the screen, can you do that, Nath? If I send it to you, trying to be all fancy,
Second.
but
Get it anyway. I'll just have to. Yeah, just keep talking. I'll get it.
yeah. But you've got young Cody Hack in position 4. What was the thinking behind that?
I think it's because Matty Bagala pulled out, so I just threw him straight in his spot.
Yeah.
So that's pretty well about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously he's the reigning Queensland champion after Bow Desert Show. What do you think he's going to bring to the team?
He's starting to get up there in the ranks. He's starting to put some good hits on. He's putting a few good shows on. Warwick showed that clearly. But yeah, I think a little bit of youth into the team because most of the players in the team are fairly experienced now and been in there for a few years. So that'll be good to have some bit of youth about it and just no care and full noise.
Yeah. And obviously he's got his big brother out there anyway to look after him. So I can't imagine that the cars are going to be soft. He knows how to build them. Both of them do. So
Yeah.
that'll be a plus side of it. How do you think he's going to go under the pressure of Origin? Because everyone here knows it's a different animal.
Yeah, I just think all the people around him, I think that'll definitely help him during the night. All the other derbies, he's sort of a lone soldier, I guess, but with all the experience around him, I think that'll definitely help and give him a bit of confidence.
And with him too, it's the unpredictability of what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Like a lot of veterans get stuck in their ways of driving and everything. You can sort of pin pick what they're going to do, but with someone like Cody, he's just a wild card. So the unpredictability will be the thing that gets him.
Yeah,
Or gets,
in
you know,
the moment,
gets
he
one
might
up.
just go apeshit, or we'll just see. We'll just see what happens after the countdown, and we'll know after the first minute. So, no, he'll be
Yeah,
right.
no,
to do
that's- Now you've also actually made Australian history. I don't know whether you know that or not, but Jacinda Burgess is our first ever female representative driver. What was the thoughts behind that?
Oh, we just wanted to throw her in the mix because I've been tailed by her a few times before, and so Corey, and
We all have.
yeah, don't underestimate her at all. She can definitely put the shots on and take them. But yeah, it'll
Yeah,
be
well,
good for the sport. You know,
Watching her
once
at Bow Desert, I think there was about 4 or 5 of yous, absolutely just one after the other in her, and that Magna was ready. It was done and cooked, but she was not ready to give up yet. And,
Nah, she doesn't give up.
yeah,
Look at that.
She was in
Their last
the
name.
Camry,
She's
I think,
gorgeous.
for that one as well. It was wild, and I will say it completely shocked me when she sent through a video of Magna, a front wheel drive that made it into the Queensland team. Were you aware of that, Kenny? Because mate, last year you would not have let that anywhere near the track.
look, I just wanted everyone to show up with a car and be prepared. But
That's
definitely, yeah, there was other ideas, but yeah, when I saw her in the Magna, I thought it's not too far off what she was going to bring anyway. So she'll be fine. We won't change her plan much.
Yeah. And obviously with Brendan starting right next to her anyway in the big old panel van, I don't think there's going to be much issues off the start with big shots and stuff like that. I think the big fella will look after his wifey. And even then,
Imagine so.
I can only imagine she's going to put that thing into drive and absolutely annihilate someone anyway.
Yeah. Nah, she'll do really well. I think she'll thrive in it.
And the actual debutant, which is crazy to say, is one of our actual ADDA Hall of Famers, is Dave Jacoby. What happened to him, and why is this his first year?
Because he was in the team last year, I believe, but then he injured himself, so we had to pull him out. But no, he was there to witness last year, and he got keen. He said, "Yeah, no, I need to have a crack at this." So I said, "Righto, you're up." So dust your helmet off.
What's he driving?
Give him a crack. What's
Hang
that?
on,
What's he driving?
What's he driving? I think it's a Ford.
I think they're all Fords. I swear the only one I've seen that hasn't been a Ford so far is the Magna. That's why I was shocked.
Yeah,
That's
no,
going to be wild. Has Dave had much experience in Fords? I've only ever seen him in like Holdens.
No, he's had plenty.
Yep, and being tailed by.
That's why I asked, because I had a good chat with him at Bow Desert, and I think it was his first night in a Magna, and he hated it. And yeah, that's why I said, "What's he driving?" Because I know that if he's in something old school, he's probably going to be a pretty big threat. So
Yeah.
And
don't underestimate him. He goes really well.
how many years has he been driving for? 50 or 70?
Yep, no, that'll do.
Back in the day, they used to cut the holes in the floor and Flintstone the Derby cars. So the cool part about this one especially is obviously Dave's probably more experienced than everyone on that list, other than probably Wade. But Origin's different. I don't know whether Dave's done a teams derby or not, but you boys will know yourself. Like the 13 on 13 on that track is going to be crazy. So me and Kenny already discussed it. I'm not sure whether we announced it or not, but we're actually taking away the corners of the track this year. So it's going to be the whole straight. There's nowhere for anyone to hide. So there's going to be no corners for people to sneak into. It's just going to be bedlam off the start. And there's just going to be 100 cars hitting each other at the same time. So, whether that's a benefit or it'd be a benefit for the crowd, but I don't know whether it's going to be a benefit for the drivers. The hits are going to be unbelievable, and there's going to be nowhere to go away from it. So how do you think Dave's going to thrive under that?
He's done it that many years. He's got so many tricks up his sleeve. He's done team derbies before, I believe. So, yeah, I think it'll just come natural to him. He'll just
Haley sending some love messages to Nathan. That's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
I think, I'm actually really keen to see Dave out there and have a good discussion with him before it and see what he thinks, because obviously a veteran of the sport, and this is a whole different style of derbying that those older boys have sort of. Even Wade, when I spoke to him, he said it's completely brutal out there. So I'm interested to have a chat with him before and after the event. So that'll be something new. And Carl, you said that Carl's car's not even ready yet.
Yeah, no, he's still tinkering away. All doing Carl things.
Doing Carl things. So, and I think he's got a XHU by memory.
Yeah.
Which I think a few of them had that
Matt
last
Moore
year. So
Queensland.
The what?
Carl's the Matt Moore of Queensland.
Yeah, builds it to the last second.
Working on it.
And what we got on here? We got Reese. Reese is, he's been there and done it. He went back to back with Matt Moore last year and worked out what a 380 can do. Hopefully his car's not as low this year. So that's a new thing that was a very new thing to us, to see the difference in height in the utes and stuff like that, with the height in front end and the lowered rear. Don't know how that sort of benefits the cars, other than raising the water pump. Is there any hints on that you want to give to anyone watching?
They just look cool.
They just. Do you have any concerns about being able to turn around on the more narrow track now?
No, it's pretty wide, really, when you're out there. It's bigger than it looks.
Very deceiving. Very, very deceiving.
It's very.
Yeah, because if you can remember last year, we had a lot of discussions about making it a full field, just because of how worried we were about it. But once it started, it was just absolute bedlam out there.
Yeah, definitely.
We have what? We have three Langtons out there as well. So, what do you just look for any Langton brothers and pick them?
Well, one of the brothers, he wasn't available to throw on the team. Otherwise, would have thrown him in there as well because 3 Langtons is wild, but 4 is just chaos.
So to be on the
me
Queensland
and old
team,
Maddie have got some unfinished business, so I dare say we'll have our own little war out there.
For sure.
the checklist to be on the Queensland team was last name Langdon. Check.
Yes, there's a minimum of people that have to be on there. I think if it keeps going, there's going to have to be more people in that family just getting into derbies. If we keep increasing the numbers, no, if we go to 15, they're going to have to find some more relatives.
Well, the old man's still there, but he would probably die.
I think I'm getting too old for some of the hits at Origin. I don't know if my body's ready for it, to be honest.
No, I don't think we are either.
Still sore from last year.
Yeah, you would be.
So obviously in our team we've had a bit of a switch up. We've moved some of the numbers around and that. I think we've got 6 newbies this year, so that's interesting. I just kind of wanted to change the dynamic. Obviously last year you guys ate us alive after the first 5 minutes. We did hang with you guys a lot in the first 5 minutes, I thought. So trying to get a little bit more better builders and stuff like that was what I was going for, rather than just have the psychos out there. So I don't know if you've met young Jordan Clark or not, but he's from Kyogle, and he's one of the best builders for a newbie. I think he's been in the sport for maybe 3 years, but that boy can build a car. So when he's going through inspections and you see his thing, it's going to blow your mind. What he can do with a 380 is I've never seen it before, so I'm very interested to see what you think about it. And then you've got Jesse from Trangie, one of the Trangie Wolfpack boys. Have you guys had much to do with them?
No, only Peter and Luke. I think they came to Bowie one year. This is a while ago. I don't know. Did we go? I don't know.
We just watched that year. Yeah, we saw them. They came up and they
went
showed a fair few of the boys a clean pair of heels actually, so which was good to see.
Well, yeah, so we've got all 3 of them there this year, so that was a big change to bring those boys over. I believe that they're already on route to Toowoomba, so they're making a big trip of it. So you might even see them floating around town, just hanging out. Don't be afraid to go say hello. They are good blokes. We got the always reliable Matt Moore, probably still building his car as we speak. All looking for a new one to buy, either. Alan Bell, he's been there and done it before. What are your thoughts on the Big XB panel van?
It'd be interesting to see. I've only derbied against one XB years ago. He was pretty solid, but we're talking over 10 years ago. Less rusty, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I said to him, even if it gets pumped and snaps in half for the parade lap, it's going to look fantastic to see one of the big girls out there. You can't go past having one of them things. It was like that HT last year. It was just good for the viewing before it started the derby, and then it went to shit in the derby. So who knows? And then, okay, here we go. So obviously Torgo, he's a weapon. He's always a weapon. If you're in the wrong spot, he's going to absolutely annihilate you. Legend, love him. Thoughts on Blake Taylor?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've asked the question.
I think he's good for the sport.
Yeah, how do we think he's going to go in Origin, boys?
Yeah, I'm not sure. He'll go well. He'll go well.
Are we
How
not
many
saying
how many
anything
Queenslanders
from,
have
evidence?
said that they want to nail him off the start?
I think there's about 13 of them.
Yeah.
I think your old boy's the 14th, isn't he?
Yeah, probably.
I think he's one of the blokes where you can't say he's not going to be there to be hit. He'll give as good as he gets, but I think he's stirred the pot for Origin, so it's going to be awesome to see what his car looks like afterwards. And he's pretty fearless, so I'm pretty keen to see it.
Yeah, well, you need someone to stir the pot, so someone's got to do it.
There you go.
I think
Watch
he's done
Blakey
enough
back
for
his
everyone.
word. He definitely will. He'll be there. Then we got Critty. Critty's always got a bulletproof car. We know what he's done. Been there and done it. And Peter Holmes. I don't know. Well, you said you've seen him at Bowie. That bloke is going to pump someone. I don't know who the unlucky person's going to be, but he will have his foot straight to the floor. Todd Cleal. Do you know much about him?
No, enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Seen a fair bit of his shit getting around.
So Todd's one of those drivers I was very excited to bring into the team. It was one of the first ones I picked and then built the team around him because I'm very interested to see what he can do on that track and that style of derby. This will be his first rep derby, first teams event and everything like that. So he's went above and beyond with his build and it's going to be very interesting to see what he does with that big panel van. Which is it's an interesting mix this year because we didn't have panel vans. We kind of thought we'd beat us with the front wheel drives, but they had us for the first 5 minutes of last year's derby, and then it just went to shit after that.
I can tell you now that last year's derby was one of the most underprepared derbies I've ever been to. I turned up thinking that my Magna Wagon, which is probably one of the best cars you can get in New South Wales, was going to eat your panel vans alive. And fuck me, was I wrong.
Well,
But,
I think whilst we're having a mag about that, let's have a look at where it all went wrong last year. I'm
Let's
interested to see what's going to happen this year in comparison to this. So obviously, Kenny, where are we? Are we starting the same way this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move this over here. Oops.
well,
Where is? It's got you up on the screen now, mate.
what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
We're episode 25, mate, not episode 1.
Yeah, so this is my first day at the office. I don't know what's going on.
All right, I'm just going to pause it there. All right. And we had a game plan off the start. Right. And I just want to say that whatever game plan Shane has this year, he can jam it up his ass because I'm not doing it. And you'll see exactly why in the first 60 seconds.
Yeah. See, the problem was, I'll go back because it was Kenny that stuffed it, the whole thing. See, when we've hit here, I thought Kenny was going up infield. So I've kind of tried to cut him off so I can get a good spin on his car. But what he's done is he's turned in and then I've hit square and I've kind of just turned. And then I'm like, well, in a rear-wheel drive, I've got nowhere to go now. I have to go forward. And then I saw Nath go straight past me and I didn't have time to go, the plan's off.
Yeah. So I was like a little shrimp going into a fucking piranha-infested lake. And I just
There were so many cars hitting you at once.
like, I understand what the sock feels like in the washing machine now.
The crazy part about this is, like, if you watch the start of this, it really looked like New South Wales had you guys on the ropes early on. Like, we were India's, all the big hits were us. And then you just watch the durability of those Queensland cars not bending and our cars starting to fold. And... Which one?
I like the Magna Wagon hitting the ute. This one
They're
here.
just folding.
I don't know who it is. It's still you blue boys, but you hit each other and fucking folded the front of that ute. He nearly water pumps it straight away. Balls.
Oh,
Well,
what's that about? Was that
never noticed that before.
yeah, I've never seen that, eh?
Yeah.
What was that? I don't know why we didn't win. We were hitting everything to move.
The thing is with
It's
Origin,
not like the
I
other
think it
cars
was
were
like
completely the different color.
it was like the first 2 minutes of Origin was like just a big dick contest. It was just like it was hit anything.
Yeah. Even if he's on the same team, hit him.
Yeah, who cares? Last
So-
car running wins.
So we're taking that corner away completely, Kenny?
Yeah, pretty. It's probably going to stop. Oh, that blue ute in the middle there, roughly, probably just in
Yep.
front of it.
And we're doing a tyre wall. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, there'll be a few big tractor tires across. There'll be no hiding, no running
Yeah.
outside, none of that.
Perfect. And we'll have that infield circle part anyway for a little bit of battle if we need it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
This is a cracker of a shot, that one. How you get that shot without someone taking you out? Look, I tried to freaking smush
You tried.
Corey then.
Fuck, there's just cars everywhere.
The crazy part about this is this was 12 on 12. Can you imagine what the 13 on 13 is going to be like?
There's going to be a lot of cars in that track.
Yeah. And there's still a lot of room though. Like it was not an issue about the lack of space. So that was the cool part about it. And there's Nath there just having a break.
Yeah, I was over in the infield peeling oranges, I think, around here sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, see, that it was you boys going head on from the start. There's down here, like, this is the cool part about, like, Origin and these type of series and different things is, you know, the driving styles that you just don't see around. Like, I don't think there's anyone in New South Wales that'll go head on in a ute or a panel van within a minute of a derby, unless they're, you know, going out to kill someone or, like, they really want to hit someone. But just shit like that you just don't see down here is, you know, it's cool to see in things like this, but I'll
just go back to my only cool hit of the whole derby. There's the old ute up top left-hand corner. I actually bent the Queensland bar work on that thing. I was so happy for about 3 seconds.
Right about now.
Right about here.
Fuck.
Just bang. I still, to this day, I blame whoever was in the number 8 panel van because you can see what I'd done. If you have a look here, all I could see was that panel van. So when I've hit it, because I always look forward just for the hit, all I saw was that panel van there. And I'm like, well, he can't get me. So I've done the hit and then drove forward and just bumped it out of the way and went, I waved to the guy. I'm like, ah, shit. There was nothing I could do about that at all.
Nah.
And then I think I'm either stuffed here or I'm bent over. But I waved you off because I was like, nah, I'm done. I was in a bad way already.
I think Reese come and got you after that too, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, he hit someone into my driver's door. Like he hit Clint so hard that he hit me in the driver's door and then bent the sill and the actual seat of the driver's seat over. Because Todd had to repair all that pull bug. Because like I ended up giving him that penalty because I was like, stuff the rear wheel drives. No, that was my technique to stop that panel van. I just thought I'd break my ribs and just park him in, really.
No, it worked.
I think a big thing too this year is there's going to be some officials there that can sort of, you know, derbies won't be stopped over small fucking like backfires and shit like that. Like there's going to be, you know, someone that's seen derbies plenty of times and shit like that.
Yeah, they know the difference between a backfire and a fire.
Yeah, that's right. Or even just a tiny oil fire that, you know, they last 3 seconds. As soon as you move, they're out.
Yeah. I think the cool part is because Ada actually is flying in Cody Schmall from Victoria. So he'll be one of the officials. The other one's Stuart Saunders, who's a pretty respected driver in the New England area in New South Wales. So he'll be the New South Wales driver. Have you picked out yours yet, Kenny?
Should be able to confirm it tomorrow. Just a bit of back and forward going on at the moment, but yeah, should be right.
Yeah. So basically the idea is to have a New South Wales marshal, a Queensland marshal, and a Victorian marshal. So you have 3 people, and you know that way if there's any arguments and that, there's 3 votes there. So it'll always be solved. The cool part that we're trying to do this year is less stoppages for silly things. Like there was a stoppage in this one, which we've been talking about for 12 months, where the car got stuck up on the barrier and we stopped for 10 minutes whilst the Bobcat come out. That will never happen with an experienced official. They can actually say, just get the driver out and leave it up there. Because you don't want that. You don't want the crowd sitting there watching that.
No, we don't need
Plus
the
cars get hot and everything. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it takes away the competition.
like-
And a few cars from New South Wales got disqualified that for little stuff like little oil fires and stuff like that, which is something that an experienced driver will go, oh, there's a fire there, but it's not that kind of fire. Whereas the difference is when they light up, when they're going up.
Oh, definitely.
Obviously, injuries and proper fires and that will be stopped. But look, that was a cracker, though. I still love watching that bit when both of you lined up and hit the one car. Poor old Dean. He was having a good time until that point,
Having a great time.
and just bang in the driver's
Oh.
door there. Someone just gets
Yeah, so
annihilated.
Yeah, that's
See,
going
I
to be
wonder if
another big
that's
thing
the same
too.
bloke that hit our own Ute.
Fair chance.
The like and with 26 cars out there this year, like there's going to be bound to be a driver's door hit, whether it's intentional, and that's
Oh,
another
that'll be
thing that's going to be
possible.
really hard to keep an eye on as well.
And that's the good part about obviously having the officials that know what they're doing too. There's a big difference between a stupid driver's door hit and a deliberate driver's door hit. I don't imagine at this level of derbies there'll be any deliberate driver's door hits, especially with the blokes that are in there. Like they'll hammer you as hard as anything in the passenger side, but I don't see the driver's door hits ever being deliberate. Look at that. There's a preview for you. Big old 380 wiping out a forward front end.
Did you have a plan for last year, or was it it might be the same as this year, but did you just have a plan last year, or was it just take us out as quick as you could?
I think there might have been a bit of a discussion, but as we all know, it's out the window after the first few hits. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
go for the kill.
I literally only planned for that first hit. Like I said to the boys, all right, this is what we should start with. And then after that, run with what brung you to the big dance. Show me what you got.
Yeah.
It's really hard. You can't predict what 13 other cars are going to do, let alone the other 12 on your team, whether you got a set plan or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, who would have guessed as the Ute driver that one of your own mates is going to hit you with a Magna Wagon?
Yeah, that's right.
God, it was starting to go bad at this point. You can see it. The old Utes and Vans held up pretty well, though. Like, I've seen the work you guys doing those things, and holy crap.
It's just the way it's been for years and years, like people just kept stepping up the games. You just had to keep competing. It was the only way to pretty well go well.
Well, I think it's so cool because, obviously you've seen we build one car for one derby. And then you guys will go out there and just, weld every little bit and make it proper solid. And I told most of the boys in this one that's how you do it. But until you actually see it in real life and go, holy crap, everything is welded. And then you actually see what it does when they go out there against those cars. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Even copping a hit from it. I copped a hit in the side from a panel van, and the difference, you feel the difference when you get hit by it, just how solid it is. Panel vans and that are solid anyway, but getting hit by something that doesn't budge and you're the one that's got to do all the giving in it, it's fucking, you definitely feel it.
Yeah, we sort of build them you get a couple of runs out of it, makes it worth the time.
It was cool to see a few of the State of Origin cars getting runs at agricultural shows after as well.
Yeah, that bar work, it does wonders. When I went to Glen Innes a few years ago, and none of the Falcons had bar work, they were half of them were rooted in that derby, and it was just a bit of an eye opener.
Look at this. This is what gives me hope for Saturday night. It's just watching that Ute just get folded by the 380. I hope it wasn't just the angle that it hit. This could all go terribly wrong if we misjudge the strength of the 380s and it starts and we just start getting folded left, right, and center.
No, I think they're pretty solid.
They're pretty tough. Well, I've showed you the front rails and that on them. They are massive rails.
Yeah, they are definitely.
The best thing about 380s from what I've seen over the last 5 years that they've really come in is that they only fold to a certain point and then they just turn into just a giant brick wall of steel. They don't move.
Unlike poor old Clint here in his Camry wagon. This would be a shit house place to be right now. In a Camry
Yeah,
wagon
lovely.
where it's dragging its butt, and you've just got 5 Queenslanders surrounding you like sharks.
And it's
there's
not just
Kenny
5
came back
cars
from his
either.
pee break.
Like it's 5 Queensland utes and panel vans that are welded and solid as hell, and you can't go anywhere but watch them drive 40 meters away, almost full noise, and you're just sitting there like, well,
Oh,
Smashing his battery and everything. The crazy part about this is that all of those utes and vans when that were still moving so friggin' well. Like we could have started in a whole other New South Wales 5 cars to go out there and take them on. They're still motoring. I think the major difference that I've noticed between this year and last year, obviously the difference in the drivers and that I've selected more on the builders sort of than the driving and more focused on that. And also the cars. Like you're not going to see a Magna sedan or a Camry wagon in the team this year. Like it's literally just panel vans, 380s, and a couple of utes. Like I've made no secret of what we're running.
Yeah.
And I'm very interested to see how, because the boys have an idea of how he's built now, how we can try and, I don't want to say emulate that, but try and bring it up to that standard, considering
Well,
we've
yeah,
only dirtied one way.
not really copy it, but try and match it in a sense of like build. I can tell you now, the way I've built my 380, I have never built a derby car like it. I've never put this much effort into a derby car because I will not do what happened last year and come underprepared in a fucking standard built car. But yeah, I think this year we're definitely matching it in build styles. Like a lot of people have put a heap more time and effort into it. So we don't turn up like we did last year and expect that we're turning up to standard utes and panel vans like we do in New South Wales. Like now we sort of understand how you guys build and work. Like you just build fucking tanks. Like they're just solid as hell. So
The problem is they've had 20 years or
Yeah.
30 years of experience at building
And that's
it,
right.
and we've just had a year.
You know, like
So I'm,
yeah,
I'm
that's right.
100% sure the stuff that we're missing that we haven't done. But I think the more that we do these state of origins, the more we can start to learn from each other. Like there's a lot of the boys that are coming up there, like Luke Herbert, who's been doing derbies for 20 years. He's so excited to come up here just to see how you guys build those forwards. So that's a cool thing. I'm looking forward to seeing that and him sort of bouncing his ideas off his and learning, because this is a sport where you're just constantly learning different stuff. I mean, you boys will look at those 380s at Origin and go, "What the hell is that?" Like,
We did last year with half the cars. Like we were like, "Well, what is all this? What's all these wires?"
there's more than 3.
Oh, you wait till you see these 380s. And I was trying to sort out, I think there's like 60 wires in that harness that I was trying to go through and find one that was broken.
Yeah, it's 57 too many.
Yeah, we'll see. When you see the 380s, it's going to be crazy. Reese is actually towing his 380 to my house for me to wire it up, so he can take it to Trangie. Because I think he looked under the bonnet and went, "Nope."
Yeah, no, he wouldn't. He's probably tried to put a crossflow in it.
He would too. He definitely would. Now let's see the wildest fist pump in the world.
Season here, we kick off September.
He's
After we
pretty
see the
innocent.
slight hole in the car.
We're going to present these derby drivers
She-
with some
She's just
trophies.
breathing.
I need all the Queenslanders over here. You get your
It's him. He tried to do a
Yeah.
burnout and blew the motor.
Come on, one more time. How about our team Queensland?
It still started.
Have we got this? This is the most like
On your captain.
he's very excited but didn't want to show the emotion. Look, yes.
Okay.
Look at this, guys.
Finger poke.
Yes. Oh shit! There's a camera right in front of me.
There's a
Damn it.
team
I can't show too much.
I just wanted to be.
Congratulations, Kenny. You just all got a very cool core flute each.
He's holding the composure together.
Here, come on up here into victory lane, team
I laugh at
Queensland.
this
And a
bit though.
big
He's holding
cup
himself
of prize
together.
money as well. Kenny,
And here we go. One of the boys comes up and just goes, "Fuck yeah!"
That was pretty fun.
We're on live TV, boys. Keep it,
Those
keep
for
it,
Jerry.
you know,
So
keep it
We
calm.
all put our heart and soul into it for him, and we had to farewell him yesterday, and I'm glad we put some big shots on him for him. So Yeah, thanks to the team. Thanks for New South
Yeah, that was
Wales for
awesome to see
travelling
the
so far.
memorial stickers on those cars too. That was something that was. It's always good to see that kind of stuff. If we have a fallen mate or a fallen, competitor, it's good to see that little bit of respect that the boys do out there. And I for one, really liked seeing that the stickers on all the cars and stuff like that, which we were not expecting. So I give you credit for that. John, no, you can't run 2 batteries. Can you run 2 batteries at Origin? I don't think so.
Nah, just one.
Yeah. We don't really, like with the newer cars, we don't really give a shit about how many batteries or anything as long as it starts. It's not like the old ones where if you push it enough times, eventually it'll start. If it's rat shit, that motor's rat shit. Yeah. This will give you guys a bit of a
Look at Triple O, he's certainly
look at these
starting.
ones. This is the one I was saying the other day. Look at that.
That's $1 million derby. That.
This is the most
Big
expensive
man, yeah.
derby. This has had like
Back then, it,
Jesus.
hundreds of thousands
probably-
of views on this Claremont Speedway derby on the association page, and mate, the amount of people that are blowing up about these cars that have been dead for 40 years, like I'm like, and they're going off at us, and I'm like, mate, I can't do anything about it. It was in
Yeah.
Western Australia.
look at old mate. Old mate's just walking across the track there. He's just hopped out. Look, there he is, just strolling through the back area.
Well, we started to run now. The safety rules back then were if you get hit, it's your own problem.
It's very minimal.
Pretty much. Yeah.
How many of these
Maybe
old girls do you
passengers.
reckon we'll see at Origin?
None.
Probably not many.
Surely
But
they've
they
got to
want-
run out by now.
The prize money's got to get a lot bigger if you want to start running these.
The prize
Yeah.
money was probably pretty big back then.
I think it was $5,000 for this derby, actually,
Yeah.
which hasn't really changed too much these days.
No.
And it was probably a day build.
Yeah,
they probably paid a
some
car
of
for
these
free.
cars, like if you have a look, there's a passenger and everything in the car. And I think
What are your thoughts and feelings on running passengers? Because it's a
Yeah,
controversial
okay.
fucking thing about it.
Well, if it's a small derby and you know everyone that's in it, it's a bit of fun. But when you go into the bigger shows and the biggest shots are getting put on by the big tough cars, like you always got to think about the passenger and you sort of drive a little bit different.
See, my thoughts were always if you were going to run a passenger, you would eliminate all 4 doors that have a white and red cross on them. And it'd be pretty much just
Not
far
have
back.
to,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah, like it's, yeah.
I don't even know if there was like a don't hit the driver's door in this one because people were getting leveled in both sides. No one cared. Oh, mate, there's his little car. He's just had his wheel completely splattered. But like, I think Toowoomba Monster Trucks is having passengers, and I believe that Cessnock as well. I don't know what insurance they're running under, but it's brought up the topic of passengers. I'm not a massive fan of it for the simple fact that if I don't, if there's one part of the car I don't have to hit, like I can't hit, then that's okay. But if you can't hit the whole side of the car, it starts to become an issue.
Yeah, well, up here, the whole
Yeah.
passenger side was open slather. It was your own responsibility if you wanted to run a passenger.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so if you
you can-
took the shot, too bad.
You can throw the passenger door
Yeah,
and they don't have to pull up.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Even with old
yeah.
mate sitting next to you, geez, you'd be pissed, wouldn't you?
Oh,
Sitting there going, "What are you doing, mate?"
But you're still wary of it. Like we did it at Lowood a couple of years ago, and my passenger got pumped in the door. Reese pumped him, and it wasn't a good outcome.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Who was
And
your
it's-
passenger?
yeah, it's fun.
Hard for you as well because you can't see. Like you got that other person sitting there. You can't see out that passenger window.
Oh, yeah, it'd be just another blind spot, eh?
Yeah, it makes a huge blind spot. I'm not a massive fan.
I went passenger once.
Plus that too, like being like an experienced driver, you never protect your passenger side really. Like if there's a hit coming, you just sort of brace for it. You're not really, Protect
And you're
the
throwing that
side,
passenger side too. You're happy to get hit in the side. Like
yeah.
Did you say, Kenny, you'd been a passenger?
Yeah, I was passenger once at Ipswich and I hated it. I had no control. I was just
Who,
screaming.
that
who,
was
who,
too
was-
much.
who was the driver?
Matt Langton, he was driving. I was screaming him saying, "There's a power van coming," and yeah, he just so I had to wear it.
Oh yeah, I don't think I'd ever I couldn't see me sitting as passenger. I'd be trying to work out who's going to be where and go, this is not going to end well for me. I'm in the wrong spot.
A lot of drivers
It'd be-
didn't
it'd be-
like to drive with their passengers, eh? Like you see it nowadays with those drivers without the passengers, they're completely different driver, eh?
The
Well, it's like you said,
it'd be a cool thing to do as like a raffle giveaway or something, to run like 5 cars with passengers, like you and a couple of mates that knew each other. Like that'd be a cool idea.
Yeah.
To, like what you said, to run like a proper derby like this with passengers. I wouldn't do it.
Well, Bow Desert
No.
used to be passengers, and you saw how big that used to be.
Yeah, well, Reese
Mm,
definitely
thanks.
wants them back if we
Yeah.
can get the insurance. I'm not sure. I think I'll be pushing shit uphill to get it, to be honest. I think the days of that getting cleared by general insurance is very gone. But who knows? We can find out how the insurance is for the monster trucks, maybe, if we can get it going. I don't see, put it this way, I would never see a passenger derby for Origin. Like
Nah,
someone would
so-
die.
Yeah.
I don't know if you boys are as like, I honestly think Saturday's probably going to be the most brutal derby that's ever been. Like, I've just got the feeling. I looked at all the drivers and went, there are some extremely skilled and extremely brutal hitters in this derby. Like, if you have a look at the entire lineup like we did before, there's no one out there that doesn't know how to hit. So, and they're all solid built cars. So I'm very, very interested to see how it goes. You know, it wouldn't be a bad one to be me and Kenny standing on the sideline having a beer, just enjoying watching the game. You know? But I suppose we've got a few more years where we have to do this. Kenny reckons he's going to retire, but it's never going to happen.
He said that 3 years ago.
He
Yeah,
did.
I'm pretty
He
sure
did.
every driver goes through a 10-year phase of retiring before they actually stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I broke my ribs and retired for until I drove home. And then that was about it.
I retired after Bow Desert last year, and then the next weekend I was good again.
Yeah, Peter, you ran passengers for years. I think it's a lot better to run it. I think it's a lot better because you can actually have the big hits without like worrying about killing someone. Is the main thing.
Well, I had
Yeah, no,
Paul
that's a
Scott,
good idea.
passenger at Lowood, and he got injured and I had to stop. So and
Really?
they had to have a passenger at that derby. Like, you couldn't keep going without one. So that was me stuffed.
Yeah, see, that'd be a hard one, but it is a good point, and that was brought up. Is it's a good thing for someone that wants to do a derby, but hasn't ever experienced it, to just jump in passenger. But then you're thinking that derbies are like that, whereas shit,
Yeah, but it all depends on what driver you get in. Like, it'd be different if you got in the car with, anyone, and then you got in the car with Matt Moore or something. Like, it's going to be a totally different experience. Plus, having no
Yeah.
control, I think it'd be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you jump in a car with Wade Stephen and, have a coffee and, just wait on the outside. And then
Yeah,
you
I
jump
don't know
in the
if I
car
could do
with
that
one of
with
the,
no control.
you jump in the car with Todd and he looks at you and goes, hold on, boy. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely scary.
Yeah, like I said, not a massive fan of it. I'm interested in how the builds are though, because I don't like my build probably wouldn't even. I don't know how the passenger seat would go there or anything.
Well, then you got your battery and everything as well. Like, what?
That Pulsar's sick, mate. No one believes you were running a Pulsar, just so you know.
I don't even think he
Everyone,
believes
I was
it.
like, it's either going to be a Ford panel van or a Ford Ute. Like, that's the surprise.
I'll tell you what, if that 380 didn't start, I was bringing an XL.
Excel.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I could just every time that someone said that they're running something other than a Ford, I've just thought of the conversation they had with Kenny and go, he's not going to let you run that. Like, he'd be like, "What do you mean the motor's facing the other way?"
How do I do this?
How many wires did you say there are? No, it sounds shit. He was fascinated with Kenny. I actually, when I was watching Sean's videos before, it was the first time I've ever seen the in-car footage. I'll put it up later with the passenger. It is the most wild in-car footage I've ever seen. It's like you guys are like bumping heads and like trying to turn each other away. It's so wild.
Was this from Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you sent it through a couple of hours ago. I haven't got a chance to have a quick review of the promos and stuff like that yet, but it looked awesome. Like, I could just picture how many times, because I did a passenger derby ages and ages ago, and the only thing I can remember from it was a Cops and Crims one, and it was like 3 versus 3 because we were very much scared about doing the passengers. And we literally just did one massive hit, and I've looked across and saw my passenger land on the seat, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, not good.
Yeah, I think it's one of those ones where if it was the compacts would be terrible for it because they're going to get, like I said to you before, that's going to be a wild derby at Ipswich. Don't know who's going to end up winning that because I think some of the cars are just going to be absolutely poleaxed because I don't think you boys know how to drive small cars because I watched that Bow Desert Buzzbox derby and someone was in it in a black sedan and they hit this other car and they would have been flat limiter when they hit it.
Wasn't
and I'm
that
there
Wade
going,
Reece?
Yeah, that was Reese.
That was Reece, I think.
that was Reese. Holy
black
crap, he splattered that car.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not how you drive a smaller car.
So it's going to be like a 5-minute derby.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-minute derby. Ipswich is going to be, well, by the sounds of it, we've got about 6 coming from New South Wales up there. So it's going to be interesting after State of Origin, if New South Wales wins, how the Queenslanders treat those boys from south of the border.
It'll be an undisclosed State of Origin at Ipswich.
It'll be a rematch. Also, if we find out that you guys suck in compacts, we're going to do a State of Origin compact derby.
We'll just cut down our Falcons. They'll be compact.
Cutting it and weld it and shorten.
Yeah.
We're like, why are you guys all in Brumbies?
Cylinder, I've got two plugs off.
This is the slowest friggin' update for this video I've ever seen. It says it's uploading now, so hopefully it's half decent. So I'm assuming that everyone in the Queensland team's had their car ready for the last 6 months, except for Carl.
Sure.
I think Nath finished his last week, or is yours finished yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, just about. Are any of you boys going to the Speedway on Friday?
Oh, I think there's a couple of them going.
Yeah. No, if anyone's there, always happy for a
Did you
mag.
see that?
What's that?
This car, I swear this car just got rolled. Now watch this. He gets out of his car mid-derby, flips the car by himself or with a couple of officials while the derby's still going. Ready? He climbs out now.
I'll just do that at Origin if something bad happens.
Climbs out. Derby's still going. Flips the car himself. Jumps back in it and keeps going.
There's a minor inconvenience.
There's just...
I don't think anyone's running this derby.
Well, now there's a driver walking from the infield to make sure he's all right.
Why have they stopped the derby now, though? There's a bit of smoke coming out of that car.
Now old mate's just getting out of his car with no helmet on.
What's he
there's
ever
two-
really
no, there's
wearing
a
a whole
passenger.
helmet?
Holy fuck. Oh, no, there's just a random
14,
car.
I think. Or an XB wagon. It folded like shit, that thing.
Fuck, I don't think anyone knows what's going on here. Oh, it's half time. They're just going to get a Gatorade. Oh, here we go. We got
They're just
flag
stopping the
running
derby
across
so
the
Wade can come in and start.
Making coffees.
Oh, Kenny's
We got-
he's entering the derby now. He's finished his little break on the sideline.
He's-
Quick burnout.
Quick burnout. I hope you've got some better tyres this year, mate, because you've got a bit to live up to after that.
Yeah,
That was the wildest thing I've ever seen in a derby. Someone flip their own car and try and keep going.
Mate, it was a different animal in the 80s, I'll tell you. You watch some of those derbies, I swear half the blokes weren't wearing a seatbelt. Like, it was just. I don't know if any of you
Best
saw
before derbies back
Gloucester's
then.
derby whenever we had the last podcast. But the derby started. Nate's in there, just jumped in the car. The derby started. There was no countdown or anything like that. He's in there trying to put his seatbelt on, trying to get his helmet on, but you see cars in the background hammering each other already.
Old mate walks up to us. He's like, "All right, boys, jump in your car. We're about ready to go." So I jump in the car, put my seatbelt on, put my helmet on. As I'm doing the strap, I look back and here's a panel van coming straight for me. I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Now, do you think that's better, or last year at Origin when we sat in that friggin' dumbing grid and listened to everything, and we were there for what, 20 minutes, half hour? You reckon?
I'd be longer
By
than
the
that.
time-
I nearly fell asleep.
By the time we were going
I
out,
almost pissed
man,
myself.
me and Kenny were shitting ourselves. And then Kenny's had this awesome reception when he's came out with the crowd roaring that. I've had 40 minutes of thinking about the derby, then drove out and got the shit booed out of me. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be great.
Pretty much the first 3 rows doing this to us as we drive out.
There was a kid that was flipping me off as I came, like literally about to start the derby. I looked forward, there's a kid there I was like, oh, okay, sweet.
All you could
We
see
were
was
in-
one blue dude, Blake Taylor, screaming. That was it. The rest of it was just
Yeah.
everyone else flipping us off.
Just a blue blow halfway through the track, just running around. Oh, the cool part about the Origin this year is that little blue dude is going to be in one of the cars there. Oh, I think what we're going to end up doing is the Queensland team's going to bribe us, and there'll be 12 cars sitting there waiting whilst one car starts the derby. We're like, oh no.
Oh no, we all stalled.
I don't think we need to be bribed. I don't think we're going to be able to stop him off the start line.
Nah, no one's going to stop him. That boy he'll take on all 13 of yous in the one. It's not going to end well for him, but he will do it. He'll line up the biggest car and hold it flat across that track. It's going to be awesome
That's
to
his
watch.
problem.
Oh, it'll be a
Um,
good once, that's for sure.
He doesn't
I think,
care if he's there for 5 seconds or 10 minutes.
There you go, Tyler. It's been said he will be that blue dude this year. We have a new Tyler Wilson. He is the new blue dude. All right. Well, I think, Nath, do you want to end the drama? Let's see who wins this raffle car for Gundawindi show. There are 1,000 tickets have been sold in this frigging thing, and I'll
We
be
didn't
very
hear from
interested
old mate,
to see
did
who
we?
wins it.
We didn't hear from old mate, did we?
Who's old mate? Stacks.
Old mate the one that won the raffle.
Nah, so he's just gonna have to. Whoopsie, he'll have to just
Damien.
take it for the Ipswich car.
Yeah. There is.
Hopefully, no one's been sending you bad messages whilst you're been sitting here, mate, and about to see your screen.
Nah, it's all right. It's a different screen. Oh, no. Is it
That
coming
is
up?
definitely not the screen.
Hang on. Oh, fucking hell. Episode 25. You think we'd be onto this? Can
Yeah,
you see that? Yeah.
I'm blaming
But,
Kenny.
there is an absolute
Okay.
pile of names here. Most of them are tripled and doubled and times 10.
Yeah, just for everyone that
Oh.
is buying the tickets and stuff like that, we do appreciate it. It does help us fund all this wild shit that we're doing. We do have a Mad Dog trophy for this year's State of Origin too. I should have a video of the trophy probably tomorrow when it gets delivered. So the 3 officials from the 3 different states will be choosing that. No prize money or anything, just a bit of glory for the person that splatters someone the hardest. I'm sure that there'll be a few drivers out there that love the Mad Dog one, and there's only one State of Origin every year, so they'll be fighting over that.
Yeah, all I say is good luck to the 3 officials trying to pick one.
Yeah, I'm glad. That's why we got other people doing it, mate. I'm going to have a hard enough night as it is.
Yeah, well, there's 44 tickets all up. Obviously, some of them are times 10, but there you go. I'll shuffle
Yeah,
it
I
about
will
100
say,
times. So.
if we don't sell as many tickets for Ipswich, I'm going to be very disappointed because I'm building the Ipswich car and Critty's building this one. So I'll be there going, what the hell's that say?
Right, we ready?
Go for
Here
it.
is a potentially $10 raffle ticket car. And
Oh no!
Tyler
You are
Wilson.
kidding me! Oh god!
Exactly what we said at the start, that it sometimes it only takes one ticket.
You are kidding me, Tyler. That he has one ticket.
There you go.
Oh, well,
So
Tyler, you're going to Gun to Windy, mate.
you're going with a $10 derby car. So
Hang on, let me see if I can. I hope he was watching that. I think I could probably hear him screaming from bloody Inverell. Oh, well, that's what it's all about, guys. So, Tyler, good luck to you, mate. Hopefully, you absolutely splatter that freaking car. Yeah, there you go. There you go. He's very excited. He's pumped. How he managed to pull that out when there were people that bought friggin' 1,000 tickets, I have no idea.
Normally the way.
Yeah,
well, there you go.
always the way.
We did say it. We did say that
Yeah.
it's happened a couple times.
So that
It was,
Gundy's the 3rd of May, so the weekend after Origin. So I'm imagining that a few of the boys that cars survive Origin will be taking their cars to there. It's $5,000 prize money. I believe that Stewie and Critty will be the officials there. So it should be a good, solid derby for anyone that likes getting hammered by utes. There you go. The word's getting around. This is going to be freaking wild. But I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Hopefully, you boys can take your scrap metal cars after Origin there. So it'll be good. You should be able to straighten them out afterwards. Kenny's just going to park up again and then do a burnout towards the end. So right.
well, yeah, Kenny will only have to change back tyres.
Yeah, change it back to us. You'll have Reese and Benton doing all the work again.
That's what they're there for.
Exactly.
That's what they're there for. Well, look, we're an hour in, boys, but I've got work to do tomorrow. So, look, I want to thank you guys for coming on. We've got a massive week ahead of us, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to come on here and have a bit of a mag and promote the event. You can get the tickets on Clay Per View, guys. I've put up a heap of links for it. But I can tell you now, there's nothing like being at that speedway. So get some tickets and go down there. Is there anything you boys want to say to anyone?
No, I'm pretty sweet, eh?
Yeah.
Queensland boys are men of few words.
Yeah.
We're more
words,
active than words.
Yeah.
There's some good racing going on anyway too. So Friday night, Saturday night. So
Yeah, we're
Well, there's like 130 cars, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're heading
Yeah,
up.
so
on the
we'll
Thursday
be up
night
there.
to watch
I'm going there on
Thursday
the Friday. I
race,
think the
yeah.
boys are going to be up there Thursday, but I'm not missing that race, and I reckon it's going to be a cracker.
That'd be real good.
See, we don't have speedway down here. Like, we don't have any more speedways down here. They're all got taken away. So
Yeah.
you know, it was cool coming up early
Tamworth,
last
but-
year and actually, yeah, like it was good coming up last year and actually watching speedway again properly. So we're gonna head up a bit earlier again this year and watch it.
she's a
Yeah,
big
that's
mate.
what it's all about.
You couldn't get much.
Nate, you want to take us out when you're ready, mate?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, once again, every week, same thing. If you're struggling with mental health, don't be afraid to reach out. It's, you know, you're not weak for talking about it, or you're not weak for admitting that you need help or anything like that. It's something that we've all been through, and if we haven't been through it, we definitely know someone that has. So, anyone on the screen, you know, anyone in our group, happy will talk to you. So, you know, if you want to keep it private, inbox a page, and you know, we'll get back to you and try and help out the best way we can, or anything like that. But it's it's not weak to speak out and ask for help.
Oh, there you go. And there's an open invitation. Come have some beers on Friday.
Watch out for
And
Chris.
I'll
After 3 beers, he'll try and kiss you.
Yeah, he actually,
Typical
Chris
New South
doesn't,
Welshman.
just so you guys know, he doesn't bring a swag. He just goes from different one every night. He's,
Yeah.
Little
it
ball.
happens. That's what it is. All right, boys. We'll end that stream here, guys. We'll see you at the next one.
Oh, yeah.
So easy, yeah.